I have to say that the older I get, the more I see and appreciate greatness. And I see and appreciate, and by greatness, I don't mean that you're on the mountaintop and you're the greatest ever. But by greatness, I mean you have maximized your strengths, recognized your weaknesses, and you've made a journey pretty much that other people wouldn't want to make. And so this young man that I am so honored to have sat and talked with briefly, I know his dad, but I've never met him until tonight, defines that definition. He is a 10th grader at Hazelwood West High School. He is the CEO and president of Bledsoe Technologies, 3-year-old company. And he is, I'm gonna put it out there, $3.5+ million. He is a phenomenal businessman as well as a phenomenal person. Just his conversation, for what he has accomplished and his worth, had no conceit in it. He had no height in his attitude. He was as down to earth and as humble to be here as any of the kids that won these awards. And that is the prime reason why we are honored to have him to speak to the kids who are striving to do what he do. We talked about his schedule, and I got tired listening to him. And he's a sophomore, but the grind, the determination to reach a goal that he set is there. And so we are honored to have him to come and speak to not just kids, but some of us grown people need to listen to this too. I mean, in church, but you can't say amen, say ouch. So, with no further to do, it is my honor, and everyone at Junior National Elite, it is our honor to bring to you on this night, Jaylen Bledsoe. Give him a hand clap.
God, thank you guys so much for having me here. And for those of you who are at work tonight, come see me in 10 years if you need an agent, you know. I got you. But first off, I want to thank God for where I am today. Without him, I wouldn't be anywhere. So as he said, I'm the CEO President of Bledsoe Technologies, LLC, a leading IT consultation company in the Midwest. I'm a president of the board member, I'm president of the board of National Youth Arts Association in Washington, D.C., junior board member of Independent Youth, a nonprofit organization here in St. Louis that promotes youth entrepreneurship. Story about me. Parents were 16 when they had me. Most people see that as, oh, you'll be another statistic because of that. I saw struggle in my household when I was younger, and I saw greater for me. When I lived with my mom for, 14 years, I saw struggle. She was, I think we were on welfare for many years, and most people would say, oh, well, that leads me on the path of going nowhere because my parents didn't do well. But for me, I said, forget what other people say, because I'm moving forward. 3rd grade, I was admitted into Hazelwood School District's gifted education program called Galactic. 3rd grade, I was doing word processing, computer documents, spreadsheets. By 5th grade, I was doing video editing and music production in class. 5th grade. I was learning things in my public school system people weren't learning in private schools. I took what I had in public school and I made it something. People, as adults, don't have the skills that I had in 5th grade. I was making resumes for my family in 5th grade or 6th grade, I believe. Resumes. Now, by the time I was in 6th grade, I went to Miami to visit my grandma who moved there, and Borders was closing down, so they had a big sale on books. The books were probably 95% off the original price. Normal kid goes there and buys Spider-Man comic books, origami tutorials. I went there and went to the computer section and bought probably 40 books in coding, HTML and design and all that stuff. Within a year, I was making $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $60 an hour. By the end of 6th grade year, I was making $100 an hour on family projects. Simply on web design, which is basic at that time. I saw a lot of money in that. I mean, a kid in 6th grade making $100 an hour? Hey, can't complain. Later that year, I started a company called Businessman's IT Solution. I was 6th grade, guys, come on. It's gonna be as basic as it can get. I went to the bank, opened up an account. He told me, he said, "You're too young." I've been in his office for about an hour before he realized I was 13 years old. No, I was 11 years old at the time. I didn't have a mustache though, but still. But he said, "You're 11, yeah, you're too young to have a bank account here on your own. Come back with your parent and we'll help you out." Well, I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want to. I'm very self-minded in terms of being a youth who wants to move forward in life. Being shot down because of my age was something I didn't like. Well, I know you make more money than some adults out there at 6th grade, but still can't have an account here. That hurt me, almost, in a sense. So I went online, Googled business attorney St. Louis. First attorney I found, I called him. I said, "Hi, I'm 11 years old, I want to start a company. Can you help me out? I can't afford it, but you work with me." I met with him a week later. He said, "Yeah, come to my office, we'll meet." We met. He said, "You know what? You do my website, and I'll give you unlimited legal services, as long as you need it." Thank God. I think about 6 months in, I was working in his office. I was helping him with some spreadsheets for a client, and I saw his hourly rate, and I almost had a heart attack. $300 an hour. That's cheap for an attorney. But it kind of shows that in life, you may have a setback, but there's no reason you can't move forward because of that. You have someone over on the right, the left, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, who will help you out and move forward. I had a dream and I wasn't letting that go. That attorney, I think a year later, we started Bledsoe Technologies LLC. I own 100% of it. No outside investors. My dad's on the contract as a guardian, not as an owner. Thank God. Amazing. I was gracious. I mean, when I got that paper and it said 100 units, limited liability corporation in the state of Missouri, I was glad because everyone around me helped me in some way. Because of that, at that point in time, I'm here where I am today because I started a company in 2012, officially March 10th. April 26th, I was speaking at the Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame, awarding multi-billionaires. Like today, I'm here speaking to you guys on motivation. On that stage, I was saying, and it's time to open your checkbooks. Our goal was $200 million in the night. Can you guys do that for me? Well, the audience, they were actually did, but I got into the professional speaking at 12 years old, officially. And I presented Scott Schnook, he's the CEO of Schnucks, as a mentor that day. I presented him as an awardee, but he also became my mentor. And by the way, if you got caught up in the Schnucks credit card scam, he's sorry for that. He's sorry. He was heartbroken, but that's to say, find your goal and your passion, and find a mentor. Because of your age or your lack thereof young age, someone will help you. After I met Scott Schnook on the stage and I gave him his award, he said, "Jaylen, call me and I'll give you a job." I called him, not giving me a job, of course, but I said, "Can you be my mentor? Can we have lunch?" He said, "Yeah, let's go out next week. After I leave DC to come back in St. Louis, we'll meet when I get back in town." We met, and he taught me so many skills that I probably wouldn't even be where I am today financially, per se, without him. He told me, because you're so young, you can take a risk. But if you get shot down of that risk, you can keep going. Now today I use a statement that I saw on TV recently. Don't let your setback cause you to sit back. While your people are making fun of you, prepare for your comeback. This is probably one of the best things that I can practice in my life. 15 years old, CEO, Bledsoe Technologies LLC. People told me I couldn't do it 4 years ago. You're only a kid. You can't have a big account here. And I have a corporate account with Commerce Bank with my name on it. And just last week, I'm working with a new nonprofit, Independent Youth, as a board member, and we're raising. I set a goal for myself to raise $500,000 in 4 weeks, so by the end of December, starting at the beginning of December. And the week as I've been working on it, I'm leading this campaign. I've personally raised $250,000 in 1 week. Wow. I've closed a partnership with Google as a leading team of youth entrepreneurship for Google Global. And I've secured a deal with BET. God has been amazing in getting me there. Without God, I wouldn't be here. I would have the blessing to bless you with what I've been blessed with. Because of my ability in fundraising for the last 2 weeks, I was looking to bring Jordan Sparks to one of our events in Atlanta in January. I said, "Hey, can you come to my event?" She said, her manager said, "You have to donate $50,000 to our charity before it comes to St. Bridget's Songs." I said, "That ain't happening." Especially I had Kimora Simmons on board for free, and she was nowhere near in comparison. But I called her mom back about 10 minutes later. I said, "Hey, I have experience in nonprofit development, president of board in DC, flipped the nonprofit, raising $500,000 in 4 weeks. I can help you guys out." She said back, "In January, we're hiring you as a development director of fundraising for Jordan Sparks charity." Now let's go back to 5th grade. I had a goal to be the president of the United States. The first black one, but Obama wrote that one. But I had a goal to be president, ambition to move forward strongly. 3rd grade, I was introduced into technology. I conquered that. Now I'm moving into business development for celebrities at 15 years old. God had a path for me. I may not have seen it directly, but my ambition to move forward, my determination, like all of you guys in this room, you guys are in football. If I could play football, I would, but I can't do it. But you have ambition, you have dedication for something you love. Right now you guys are playing football. You may want to inspire to be professional football players on the NFL. But start preparing for an education, become a doctor or something, doctorate of football analysis. Is that a category? Is that a degree? But you can make a doctorate out of anything now. But do that, play football for 4 or 5 years, make $200 million, then go lead the biggest corporation in America. Then retire at 40 if you want to. Or don't play football professionally and take some experience you have now. So take your dedication, put that into an education, put that into a new career, and make a ton of money that way as well. I've seen so many kids who say, well, Jaylen, I want to be a multi-millionaire who plays football for a living. And I say, honestly, the chance of that happening is 1 in a million. I think, honestly, in this room, I can say it's like, what, 1 in 100, right? Because the kids in this room, right? 1 in 100 after hearing those reports. I grew up around sports, and I don't show that. But my dad was a state champion in wrestling and all that stuff, 2 years, and all I heard growing up was, oh, you're a Bledsoe. Is your dad Curtis Bledsoe? Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he was an awesome kid. Wrestling, I knew who he was. Do you wrestle? No. Why don't you? Well, I can't. Physically. Or more likely mentally, I want to do it, but I'm doing what I love now. And I had a goal, I followed it, I set my heart to it. Nothing can stop me now. Like I said, don't let your setback cause you to sit back. While people are making fun of you for failing or having that setback, prepare for your comeback. Because that person making fun of you was probably still set back 40 years now. I've learned to practice humility and humbleness in where I am, because when you succeed, you may see in the media, yeah, I just bought my new Porsche GT and I'm driving down Rodeo Drive in LA with my brand new gold wallet. But yeah, you have that a lot. And those people, at 40 years, they die because of a drug overdose. They die in car accidents. They fail, they go bankrupt, they go to jail for tax evasion. They become what they talked down about for so many years. But the humble people, you can be broke and come from Kinlock like my family did. You can be at the top. I do want to thank you guys. I want to encourage you to keep moving forward. Like I said, football players, come talk to me now so I can get your information. You can get you contract in 10 years, but it's next on the chalkboard. But yeah, let's move forward, follow your dreams, don't give up. Don't let anyone talk you down. Your parents are going to help you out the most. Say thank you right now to everyone in the room. Tell your parents thank you for getting here this morning. So I'm going to thank you once again for having me.